Hello and welcome to Sudoku Pro. This is a 3-star puzzle from today's Hindu. Let's get started. Let's start with the third block. There is a 8 in B row which blocks these 3 cells. So 8 goes in A7. Now the missing numbers here are 1, 3 and 9. There is 3 in 7th column and 3 in 8th column which blocks these 2 cells. So 3 goes in B9 and these 2 cells B7 and B8 take 1, 9 pair. Let's try to fill the F row now. There is a 4 in D row and a 4 in E row which blocks these 2 rows. And there is a 4 in 5th column which blocks this cell. So F4 takes 4. There is a 3, 9 pair which blocks these 2 cells. So in F row, these are the only 2 cells where 3 and 9 can go. So let's mark it with 3, 9 pair. Now in F row, the missing numbers are 2 and 5. There is a 5 here in 8th column which blocks here. So F8 takes 2 and F7 takes 5. There is a 3, 9 pair in D row which blocks these 2 cells. There is a 3, 9 pair in column 1 which blocks these cells. So these 2 cells take 3, 9 pair. Now 9 blocks these 2 cells here and 9 blocks these 2 cells. So H2 takes 9. Now in I row you have 8 which blocks these 3 cells of G row. So in G row, G8 is the only cell where 8 can go. Now in column 8, there are only 2 missing numbers, that is 1 and 9. We have 9 in H row blocking. So H8 takes 1 and B8 takes 9. Now B7 becomes 1. Let's try to fill I row. There is a 9 here in H row and a 9 in column 9 which blocks these 3 cells. So I7 takes 9. There is a 4, 5 pair in 4th column which blocks these 3 cells. There is a 4, 5 pair in G row which blocks these 3 cells. So these 2 cells, that is H5 and I6 take 4 and 5. There is a 5 here in I row which blocks this cell. So I6 takes 4 and H5 takes 5. Now there are 3 empty cells in I row. There is a 2 and 7 in G row which blocks this cell. That means 2 and 7 can go only in these 2 cells, that is I4 and I9. There is a 2 here in column 9 which blocks this cell. So I9 takes 7 and I4 takes 2. Now in I row, the only missing number is 6. So I3 takes 6. So in the 9th block, the missing numbers are 2 and 6. There is a 2 here in column 9 which blocks this cell. So H9 takes 6 and H7 takes 2. Now in the 9th column, the only missing number is 1. In the 6th block, the missing numbers are 6 and 7. So let's mark it with 6, 7 pair. In this 7th block, there are only 2 missing numbers and the missing numbers are 4 and 8. There is a 4 here in column 1 which blocks this cell. So H1 takes 8 and H3 takes 4. Now in H row the only missing number is 7. Let's try to fill the fourth block. There is a 5 in D row which blocks these two cells. So 5 goes in A1. Now there are two empty cells and the missing numbers are 6 and 8. There is a 6 here in column 3 which blocks this cell. So D2 takes 6 and D3 takes 8. This 6 cancels out the 6 here in D7. So D7 becomes 7 and E7 takes 6. Now in column D row there are only two empty cells and the missing numbers are 1 and 2. So let's try to fill the central block. There is 8 in column 4 and then 8 in column 5 which blocks these two cells. So 8 goes in E6. There is a 7 blocking this cell. So E5 takes 7 and there are two missing numbers 3 and 9. So let's fill E4 with 3, 9 pair. Let's try to fill C row. There is a 8 in B row which blocks these three cells. So C2 takes 8. Now the missing numbers are 2, 3 and 7. There is a 2, 7 blocking this cell. So C4 takes 3. Now the missing numbers are 2 and 7. There is a 7 here in column 5. So C5 takes 2 and C6 takes 7. Now this 3 cancels out the 3 here. So E4 becomes 9. E3 becomes 3. F3 becomes 9. F5 becomes 3. This 2 here in fifth column cancels out the 2 here. So D5 becomes 1 and D6 takes 2. Let's try to fill the second block. There is 1 and 9 in B row which blocks these two cells. So 1 and 9 goes in these two cells, that is A4 and A6. We have a 9 here in the fourth column. So A4 takes 1 and A6 takes 9. Now the missing numbers are 5 and 6. There is a 6 here in sixth column blocking here. So B6 takes 5 and B5 takes 6. Let's try to fill these three empty cells in the eighth block. The missing numbers are 1, 6 and 9. There is 1 and 6 in fifth column which blocks this cell. So G5 takes 9. The missing numbers are 1 and 6. There is a 6 here in sixth column. So G6 takes 1 and G4 takes 6. In A row, the missing numbers are 5 and 6. There is 5 here in column 1. So A1 takes 6 and A3 takes 5. The missing numbers in B row are 2, 4 and 7. There is a 2 in column 1 and a 2 in column 2 which blocks these two cells. So B3 takes 2. Now the missing numbers are 4 and 7. There is a 4 here in column 1 which blocks it. So B1 takes 7 and B2 takes 4 and the puzzle is solved.